Okay, we're good. All right, so I'm going to announce the book that we're covering. We're covering the last two sections of Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. And any little trigger warnings, it's just like magic, accidental murder, and things like that. If that's not your vibe, you can click off now and join us next time. So let's go ahead and get started in on, oh, Udi's here, on some fun questions, and we'll start with Tara because you guys know I love to go backwards. So any kind of favorite quotes, and how did you feel about the movie versus the book? Hi, Udi.
Did you say you were starting with me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am. If you don't want me to, I don't have to.
Okay. I didn't have any favorite quotes. I'm sorry. My son is in the shower screaming and I'm yelling at him to shut up. So, I didn't have any favorite quotes and I've never seen the movie. I tried to find where it
Find
was
it.
streaming and I couldn't find it. Um, and then I think Nikki said she would share her login, but I'm gonna see. I think we have one of those.
The Fandango.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
So
if
I'm gonna
anybody
ask my
still
husband.
wants to watch it, contact me after this meeting. I don't mind sharing my login for that at all.
You're the best. Thank you. It's an
Yeah.
incredible movie and it's definitely worth watching. It's very iconic. So have you ever fallen in love at first sight, Sarah?
No.
No. Okay. Is that just not possible for you, or is it like
Um,
you protect yourself from doing that?
I think, well, so I've been married to my husband for almost 10 years.
Oh,
So
wow.
there's no like falling in love with anybody anymore because it's just him and I. But
Right.
I think back then, like when I was dating, I tried to really protect myself, but I also am like a people pleaser and I really wanted everybody to like me. So anybody I ever dated, I was like, I'll do whatever I need for you to like me. So
Oh,
that's why I think that it was never like love at first sight because I was always trying to change who I was to make somebody else happy.
totally, totally get that 100%. Sometimes I don't really know my reasoning for that, but that would be very fitting for me as well. As Cicely says, I'm a recovering people pleaser. I'm working on that very, very hard. Okay, so I'm going to ask you one of our first questions. I did something a little different this time. I picked out all of my favorite quotes, and then I'm going to ask you a question based on the quote. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. It said, the quote is, night and day the ants called them, and although neither girl laughed at this little joke or found it amusing in the least, they recognized the truth in it and were able to understand earlier than most sisters that the moon is always jealous at the heat of day, just as the sun always longs for something dark and deep. What do you connect with more, the sun or the moon, and why?
Um, I'm sorry. Can you please repeat it?
No, it's okay. Do you connect more, like, it basically says that the moon and the sun are always jealous of each other. And because the moon always wants something bright and the sun always wants something dark and deep. I wanted to know for you personally, do you feel like you're more sunshine or are you more moon? And why?
Okay. Um, Probably more moon. Um, because I don't think that I have a very like sunny disposition.
That's where we relate to each other. That's why we're such good friends.
I always say I'm a ray of effing sunshine.
I
So,
know, I know.
um, but yeah, I think that like the dark and the moon just kind of relates better for me. I
Hmm.
don't like the bright sun. Um, I like to sleep at night. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's my good area. That's my good spot.
Yes, I know. I that's why I saved that question for you because I had a feeling that's where you were going to go. So I'm glad you're able to express that. You're about the only person I can go to. I'm a pessimist, but you're a realist. And you're about the only person I can go to that's like, that's valid. That's okay. It's all right to feel that way. Everyone else is like, you're a little bit of a Debbie Downer, Billy.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely the same way. I'm like, what's the
Aw.
worst case scenario? Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. So let's go with that.
You're a therapist. I love
Yep.
it. Good evening, Stephanie. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Are you there, honey? Oh, there you are.
Yep, I'm here.
Mute
Sorry.
button dysfunction. Uh-huh.
Yep, I had a button dysfunction.
Yeah. So how are you doing?
Doing fair.
You're okay?
Yep, just cuddled under a heating blanket.
Yep. Mine's out too, sleeping with it every night. I did a shout out for Jameson on their show that you weren't here for that's coming up. I'm humiliating Jameson. When Jameson performs, they are very, very in the zone, but in book club, a little bit shy. So sorry about that. I just have to hype you up. And also wanted to do a shout out for Stephanie. She's been going through some things. If you guys can send all your love and light to her, I'd appreciate it very, very much. She needs it. Um, did you have any favorite quotes?
Yeah, actually I did. Let me pull up my Kindle really quick. I mean, there are a lot of great quotes in this
Oh my
book.
God. That's why I took every single question is based on a quote. But go ahead. There's so many.
Okay, let me see. You go against what you believe in, you're nothing anyway, so you might as well stick to your guns.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is 100% true. Um, and you haven't seen the movie, so I'm not going to ask like verses, but Nikki's did say you can DM her and
Hmm?
she will give you the password for Fandango so you could watch it. Maybe have a movie night with hubby. It's really
Yeah.
good. Okay, so I've got a question for you. You can't fall apart, Jillian would insist in her rich, urgent voice. That's my job, she would say. Are you the one who typically falls apart? Or are you the one that has to hold everything and everyone together, like won't let yourself fall apart?
Uh, so it's it's been both, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Before my mom passed away, I was the one to try to hold it all together. Now I just fall apart because I
Yeah.
lost so much. Yeah.
Do you think that's because you were able to like let your guard down a little bit because you don't have to seek that approval or safety from her? Or do you think you realize life is so short, you just don't give a fuck?
That one. I just
Yeah,
I don't
happened to
really
me.
care anymore.
Yeah, happened to me when my mom passed too. I was just like, forget this. I'm just gonna let myself feel as much as I need to.
Yep.
Yeah. So Udi has rat babies all over her. There's a full, guys, I get rat baby pictures almost every day, and they're the highlight of my day. So these are my nieces and nephews. And are you in like already holiday apparel?
Yeah, it's cold here.
You're in California. It's booty ass cold here. It's ooty booty cold. How cold is it
Yeah.
there?
It got down to like 33 degrees here the other night.
Shut the front door. Okay, it's time to bust out the holiday wear.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
actually used the heater last night for the first time.
No way. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
Oh gosh. No, it's actually 45 here. So did you have any favorite quotes and have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Honestly, I just love the whole book. I listened to it on my drives and I just couldn't get enough of it. So honestly, I love the whole book. So that's
It's
my quote.
enchanting. Yes, 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 it's enchanting. And then have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Yeah, I think I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm big on it. Like I can see people's auras and
How
if they're good.
how did you know? Like what was the feeling? Was it like super connection?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
instant.
same super connection, same energy. It was just like zing.
And have you seen the movie?
Yes.
And what is your thought on the two?
I appreciate the differences. I am a little sad that nobody got fucking possessed. because that was actually pretty cool.
That was hard for me too. They did include margaritas. I really was pissed. Like, if there's not a lime and a coconut, I'm gonna be really mad. So I'm glad that that was included. However, Melody was right. Halfway through the book, I was like, this isn't like the movie at all, but they kind of tied it in. And then my question for you is, life is for living, Jillian told her. Life is what you make of it, Sally said. Which one do you agree with more? Live and revel in your fate and suck the marrow out of life in the moment right now? Or do you plan strategically sacrificing wants and things that you would like to indulge in so that your life will unfold the way that you make it?
So I used to be like Jillian, but
Mhm.
now I make my own decisions.
Okay.
I relate more to the strategic part.
That's fascinating. That
I'm growing up, guys.
you are, love. Round of applause. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. I didn't expect that, but I am so happy for you. That's
Thank
like
you.
big time growth, right?
It is. It
It
is really
is.
big time growth. Oh, this baby is trying to get away. This is one of the new ones.
Oh, the babies, the little babies. Oh my goodness, look at them. Oh my gosh, they are so fun. They are so
She's
fun.
so soft, and she's just like, let me go.
How many do you
I
have now?
I have 7 now
Oh,
total.
they are so much more expressive than the older cats. Like, they have, like, they smile, they kind of wink at you. They do all kinds of animated things. Get even.
He's giving me the stink eye.
I know. Yes. You have you named them yet? We only have one name.
We kind of have 2 names. The little one is Speck for my
Oh,
husband. I wanted Thumbelina, but he's only gonna name one rat, so we went with Speck, and it's adorable. I like it. It's
I
really
love
cute.
it.
And then Miss Bianca is the other one. She's the one with the one red eye, one black eye. I think she might be sleeping right now.
She's replaced Ghostface for me. She's my new love.
She's so sweet,
She's
dude. Oh
so
my
sweet and
God.
so cute. So
She's
cute. She's my new
so
love.
cuddly.
Yeah,
She's the
absolutely.
first one to come out and actually like explore, and I feel really comfortable letting her run around on me.
Oh,
That was
he's
the
so
first time that little black and white one actually
look
came
here,
out.
there they come. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Good evening, Emily. It's so wonderful to see you. I'm glad you're feeling better. Everybody, Aaron, and L'Oreal both are sick. So that's why they're not here. So everybody's getting a little bit of a bug. And so Melody, we're moving on to you, my dear. Um, did you have any favorite quotes?
No, not really.
No.
I hadn't
None.
read this book in a really long time.
Yeah.
And I'm not great about remembering what happens in books. Like books that we've read in book club, like I could tell you whether I liked them or not, but I couldn't really tell you what they were about. This
I
one,
yeah.
this one was like coming home,
Yeah.
reading it. And I love the whole series. Like for those of you who love this book, who haven't read the rest of them, please read the rest of them.
Oh my God. I'm already on Libby on the waiting list. I am ready. And Gwen's obsessed with it. It's read it 3 times. So like yeah.
Yeah.
And you have seen the movie?
Yes.
And
Many
you
times.
you like the differences, or did you have an issue, or
I thought they did a really good job staying true to the book. I think what they cut out, they obviously did for time.
right?
And, to condense things a little bit, like leaving everything at the aunt's house instead of separating, just the little things that they did. Um, the end, I see why they did that to the movie because the end of the book is kind of anticlimactic.
A little bit, right?
Yes. I don't think it would have worked with the movie. I think people would have been
No.
disappointed.
That's kind of my favorite part of the whole entire movie. So like I was a little disappointed. However, I don't know. I feel like the book ends on a happier, like lighter note. You know,
It does, but I don't think it would translate well to the screen. I
I
just think
agree
it would be a
100%.
little dull.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Lust, yes. Love,
Well,
no.
me too. Yeah, yeah. I totally get that. And then my question for you is people want to ignore what they can't understand. They're looking for logic at any cost. Why do you think that is? Do you believe in the unexplainable, magic, miracle, serendipity? Or are you more focused on logic, scientific, real based things?
B all the way. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not big with the supernatural, the things that can't be explained because I think that most of them can be explained.
I'm always hunting for the why, not the what. I'm always like, why did it happen?
Yeah.
Because I want to explain it away, but there are some things I haven't been able to. Remind me what your sign is again.
Scorpio.
That seems perfect. Okay. Yep. That's accurate. Hello, Nikki. Who are we holding?
Little Starla.
Oh my God. How old is she?
She's 2.
She couldn't be cuter. She reminds me so much of Penny Lane. It's ridiculous. Okay. So, have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
You know it.
That's the hubby.
That's the hubby, yes.
That is the hubby. Okay. And you saw the movie and you read the book. And what are your thoughts?
I definitely can understand the differences, like Melody was saying, with, they got to make up some time because they don't, have hours and hours to go. I appreciated the difference between like the magic aspect of it. It seems like the book was more subtle, but then the movie was like in your face, we're doing this.
Yes, I agree. I agree. But now I wonder, does that really come alive in the other books? You know what I mean? Since there's a continuance, I'm wondering if it, picks up more there. So my question for you was, the quote is, real love was dangerous. It got you from the inside and held on tight. And if you didn't let go fast enough, you might be willing to do anything for its sake. What is one thing you've done while wildly in love that you truly regret?
Oh, staying with my daughter's bio donor slash whatever you want to call him for as long as I did.
hmm I thought that was going to be the answer. I
Yep.
wasn't sure.
Like, I don't regret ever being with him because then that would mean I wouldn't have Maddie or my goddaughter, but I regret staying for as long as I did.
How long did you stay?
7.5 years.
Yeah, that's a long time. That is a long time. Uh-huh. I get that completely. I was wondering what it was going to be. So thank you for being vulnerable. Laura
That's
is yelling
fine.
at the dog. Are we okay?
We're fine.
We're groovy. Okay. Um, so did you have any favorite quotes?
I did. Hold on. I have to find it. She knows now that when you don't lose yourself in the bargain, you find you have double the love you started with. And that's one recipe that can't be tampered with.
I like that a lot. Okay. And then have you seen the movie?
I have.
And what did you think about the book versus the movie?
I liked that we got to learn more about Sally's kids in the book, but the movie will always be my favorite.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I love them separately, but movie trumps book for me, which is
Yeah,
very
I
rare.
loved the detail that the book went into, all the details that you didn't get in the movie, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever fallen in love at first sight and how did you know?
yes. And it was just the connection, the immediate.
Immediate
There
connection.
was no denying it.
Okay. So my question for you, if a woman is in trouble, this is one of the aunts that says this. If a woman is in trouble, she should always wear blue for protection. That's why I'm did my eyes blue, wore blue, the whole blue thing. But for you, what is your power color and what do you feel strongest in or surrounding yourself in?
Blue is my favorite color.
Yeah, and you when you wear it and when you're around it, you feel like more empowered.
Yeah, it just fits me.
It just fits you. Okay, that's fair enough. My favorite color and my power color are totally different. Good evening, Karen.
Hi.
Hello. How are
I'm gonna show my
you?
baby too.
Oh my God, this precious baby. Is this the one with only one tooth?
Oh, he has no teeth.
No teeth. Look at the tongue, you guys. Look at the tongue. I can't stand it.
He looks like a puppy, but he is 10 years old.
Oh my God, I love him so much.
He's a
All
miniature chihuahua.
the,
Mini chihuahua.
oh my God, all the way until Penny Lane was like 14. People were like, let's touch the puppy.
Yeah.
No, she's an old mean baby. Don't come near her.
Yeah, he is not a big stranger person unless he'll bark and bark until he gets used to somebody and then he'll be fine and sit on your lap. So,
Ex- Exactly. Mary Jane is the same way. She is Cujo until she knows you. She does, but
okay.
she doesn't hurt you. She just wants to
Right.
scream at you. She wants
Yeah.
to bitch at you, which is a natural, just Chihuahua thing. So,
That's what Maui does.
yeah. Um, so did you have any favorite quotes?
I did not.
Okay. Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
I was going to say the same thing as Melody, lust at first sight, but not love.
Right, right. No, no, that's very, very familiar to me. I've heard that so much. So, and then have you seen the movie?
I have, and I still love the movie more than I did the book.
Yeah. I just don't know. I can't tell, and I wanted to hear your opinion on it. Do you think it's because you saw the movie before you saw the book or read the book, or do you just think it was better?
Um, I I mean, it does have a lot to do with the fact that I saw it first,
Mm-hmm.
but I liked that the movie was much more funny and um but also you could feel the connection to this between the sisters
Yes.
a lot more in the movie than you did in the book. Like,
For me, it was palatable at the very end of the book for Sally and Jillian and the way Jillian showed up there, but that connection between them was so much more powerful for me in the movie. So I agree. Um, my question for you is the quote is sometimes the right thing feels all wrong until it's over and done with. Have you ever faced with what seems like an impossible decision, but knew it was the right thing to do in your heart? You did it and you didn't regret it.
hmm. Can you say that one more time?
Mhm. So the question that I have for you is, have you ever been faced with what seems like a completely impossible decision? Like you just really can't seem to do it, but knew it was the right thing to do in your heart, and you went ahead and did it, but you had no regrets after, even though it was super hard to do.
I think you probably could guess this one would be my grandson. Um,
Okay.
Raising my grandson for 18 months. We were not expecting that. Um, but I mean, I love my grandson to death. He is the light of my life, and you know, we still have active roles in his life. We have partial custody of him.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of funny. My husband is down in Georgia visiting our granddaughter who was born in August.
Yes, I know.
And he's like telling me that my daughter and her fiance are like fighting all the time and arguing, and they're still smoking pot and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, just bring the baby home. We'll
We did
take
it this
care of
time.
her.
Let's just do it again. We did it before.
Just,
We can do it again. Bring them all
just,
home.
just bring her home and we'll take care of
We'll figure it out. Oh,
her.
well, I think that that is such a really amazing thing because I don't think everybody knows, but you were basically told that you weren't going to be able to have children and then had moved on and were like, I'm fine with that. And then met your husband who had children. The mom, biological mom passed away, unfortunately, and you took on this brand new role of these children, and then now are like grandma slash mommy, and like it's just like life dealt you just in such an unusual hand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Um,
always say that I inherited my children.
yeah,
So, you know, because yes, it was a surprise. So my husband and I have been married for over 11 years. He has four children, three girls and a boy. And um, the girl's mom passed away when we were 2019. So it's been 6+ years. Um, and our youngest, Jenny, came to live with us. And, my husband and I were not expecting that we were going to have kids in the house. They came to visit, and that was fine. And when their mom died, we made a promise to her that we would take care of the girls. So,
I
you know,
know.
and Jenny still lives with us. The other two girls, um, one of them is my grandson's mother, and the other one just had a baby down in Georgia. So
Now you have grandbabies.
I know.
I've come to you many times and been like, I'm not gonna be have kids, and I cry, and then you're like, don't count your chickens before they hatch because now I have bunches of them. So
Yeah,
it's always such
it
a
has
sweet
been a
joy.
blessing, because whenever my grandson says, "I love you, Mom," and he comes up and, it's so unexpected. "I love you, Mom," and it's the greatest feeling ever.
I love that. I love that. Hi, Jameson. I'm so glad to see
I,
you. I'm so glad
sorry,
you're
I couldn't
here.
find my buttons there for a second.
Everybody has mute button dysfunction all the time. I don't know what it is about Zoom and the mute button, but it's a thing. Did you have any favorite quotes?
I did. Laura took it, so that was absolutely my favorite quote in the whole book.
Of course, of course. That's wonderful. It's a good one. It is a really good one. It's actually on my list of favorite quotes. And then, have you seen the movie?
I have live about probably 100 times.
Me too. Honestly, I watch it almost every single Halloween. So, and my family watched it. What do you think about the movie and the book?
I really love both of them for what they are. I think that, like everybody else said it, like there were things that just to avoid having a 4-hour movie, we made this work, and I like some parts of it I felt like I was just getting more background information or I was getting more interaction with the ants or whatever. I think they both work as what they are. I really love both of them. I probably like the movie better because I'm in love with Sandra Bullock.
I'm in love. Okay, that's totally fair. I'm in love with Nicole Kidman. So that's my whole reasoning for it. We all know that I'm a ginger fanatic. So in the book, when she was blonde, I'm like, this is bullshit. I was mad. But yeah. And have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Yeah, when I rescued my dog. No, I mean, I think that I thought I did because that's what you do when you're young.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm smarter now, but I do really mean that about the dog too, because I saw her and I immediately knew I had to bring her home with me. I could not leave her in that shelter. So
It was the exact way with Penny Lane. I went to Jack's Aquarium to get Tinker Balls for my cat and said I didn't want a dog. And then I saw her and I mean, I had no money for her. And I was like, I'm not leaving here without this dog is my soulmate. I can't leave her behind. Are you talking about the one with the eyebrow? Oh
Yeah.
my God, I love that dog.
Yeah, the other little one, well, he belonged to my mother-in-law, and when she passed away, he got really attached to me. So I
Oh,
inherited a very large Chihuahua.
yeah. I tend to fall in love with animals way easier than people.
Yeah.
So completely relate, completely relate. Okay. So my question for you was, it's a quote from Gary, the U.S. Marshal, and it says his grandfather told him once that witches caught you in this way. They knew how much most men love themselves and how deeply they'll let themselves be drawn in just for a glimpse of their own image. If you ever come face to face with a woman like this, his grandfather told him, turn and run. But of course, Gary has no intention of doing anything like that. He intends to go on drowning for a very long time. If you were Gary and you had felt that instant connection to Sally and you knew, okay, these sisters, they killed somebody, would you run towards or away?
Oh, see, that is my fatal flaw. That connection with people. I'm like, nope, now I gotta see how this goes. I gotta see how this story ends. Every time. I can't help it. I think that like I think that I'm like Jillian in that way. Like I've got to see, I've got to know, I've got to do the thing. That's what I meant when I said I think Sally is who I'm trying to be, but I'm not very good at it. So
I aspired to be like Sally for years and years and years. And then somewhere around 45, I just owned my Jillian. And
you know,
I'm
I
happy
think
with it.
I think that's what I'm trying to do now. Like I was like I've been trying so hard to like be responsible and make all the right decisions, and now I'm like, oh, maybe I should do all the crazy things. So
Yes, let's get crazy. I'm on board with this. Emily also relates to this very much and has an inner Jillian too. So we're not alone. And so I wanted to ask Emily, um, did you have any favorite quotes?
No, nothing like specific, no.
What do you, for you specifically as an author, what do you think about Alice Hoffman as an author?
Oh yeah, I mean, I like her work.
Mm-hmm.
I get what everybody's saying with like the ending kind of feels a little bit anticlimactic. For me, I actually like the ending in the book better than the movie. I could recite the movie to you. I'll be honest.
I know you
Um,
do.
but I mean, it is quite different, really. When you know the movie really, really well, you start to see like there are some major differences. But you know, I also understand the film world since I did that for so many years as well. Um, I grew up in California and did all that stuff, so it's a little different. But I don't know if I've said that before, but
You
um,
have to me, but I'm
so
not sure
to
you've
you,
shared
but
it
I
with
don't
the
think I did
group.
for everybody. I did commercials, modeling, film, and television, theater, and all that stuff with when I lived in California until I was 17. But anyways, so I understand with like it would be a four
Adaptation.
hour movie, you know, like James has said, it would be a 4 hour movie, um, easily. But I kind of liked that the girls were older, so like Sally's girls are older, that you kind of get more of how they're involved in the story
Hmm.
and how so much of it impacts them.
Yeah,
So you really see that it is like generational, which I think is part of the big point of the book is
it
that, you
is.
know, these things are generational. So in the movie, you get this little kind of like, oh, this happens throughout the generations. But you don't really see it.
And I love that we got Maria's real core backstory, you know, like the mom and stuff. I really loved that part of it. I wonder if in Practical Magic 2 that's coming out on my birthday next year, if the girls will be older. I'm really curious
Maybe.
about that. Really, really, really,
Yeah.
really curious. And have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
It's hard to say that love is at first sight. I think that what happens, and it was very much the same for me and my husband. I think what kind of happens is there is a comfort. It is easy. It feels natural, and you're just kind of like, oh my goodness, it is you. And you're drawn to that person, and that's kind of how it was. Like when we first like saw each other in person, it it was like I was seeing a friend I hadn't seen in years, not somebody I'd never seen. And I knew, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna like this one. And he
You-
did too. And then, it very quickly we were both just kind of like, yeah, he was automatically the wheeze.
Yes.
Someday when we have, and I kept thinking because I was, divorced with two small children and was like,
A little
I don't know about
skeptical.
this dude. I don't know about this dude. But I mean, we've been together 21 years, so
He was right.
married 17. So yeah, I guess I have to admit he was right.
And seeing
But
pictures of you two now, you look so in love still. Like there's
yes, we're gross.
yeah, yes. Like at 21 years, you can still see you guys
Yeah.
like madly in love, and I'm like, okay, they're doing something right. Something
We
is
don't take
like
ourselves too seriously. I mean, that is a massive piece for us. And I think anybody who has been in a long relationship or who has had a really traumatic relationship and then been in like a good one, once you get past the whole like this stuff in the back of my head is just my trauma bullshit. Um, I think you kind of start to realize I can't take everything super, super seriously. I can't take myself seriously. I can't take us seriously all the time. There needs to be laughter and joking, and you have to be
fun.
your person's best friend to a point, you know
Yeah.
and I think that that's crucial. So we still very much enjoy each other's company, and it's gross. And
It's
my
not gross,
friends
it's
are
beautiful,
my
but
friends are
it's
always
like
like
it's
I
so
do get caught like,
palpable.
oh, you guys are so gross, and I'm
You
like,
guys,
yeah, well,
you're smitten. You're smitten. Like
always. I could
completely.
stare at him all day. I could. Yeah,
I
Nikki
know,
over
I
there
see it.
nodding. She feels the same way. She knows it. Like you can stare at Gwen all day. Tell me you can't,
Can't even be in the room with Gwen all day.
right?
Um, my tism spectrum, it gets
Oh, it
more
needs
than it
chewing.
does
I
you.
can't stand the chewing. How much do you not? The chewing. My dog is driving me insane. She says every time we get on a Zoom meeting, here she is down here
Oh
having
my
to like
God. Last week it was a different
get in
baby.
my face. Yeah. So Hella is my staffy.
Oh,
So
precious.
yeah, she's my little staffy, and then Thor is my American bulldog, and he's the white one that you guys often see kind of walking behind me.
Yeah, yeah, just kind of
Yeah,
going back and forth.
yeah,
My
yeah.
question for you, well, the quote is, never look back. That's what she's told herself. Don't think about swans or being alone in the dark. Don't think of storms or lightning and thunder or the true love you won't ever have again. Life is brushing your teeth and making breakfast for your children and not thinking about things. And as it turns out, Sally is first rate at all of this. She gets things done and done on time. So this has reminded me of you and your routines and the way that you are. I in the juxtaposition to you also live life to the fullest. So I saved it for you. So I just wanted to say, have you ever given yourself that same rhetoric over and over, like to keep yourself out of the trauma zone? Like I
I
need to
just
be in
trudge
this
forward.
lane.
Yes,
Hmm.
I just trudge forward. I look at what's coming next, what I need to do next, because I can't live back there. I can't change back there. Back there
Right.
happened. And there are times, I think, for all of us where it comes up and it's unavoidable. Like you have to let yourself have the breakdown. Sometimes it is completely unavoidable and it happens, but I am a problem solver. And so even when my friends come to me, this, who are like, I don't know what to do, or I'm having this meltdown, I'm like, okay, well, let's feel that. And then it's, but what are we going to do?
Yes.
Like we have to have a forward motion. It can be you can change one thing. It can be you can do two things that day. Like when my sister's husband passed, I told her you can only do how much you can do in the span of the hours that you have, and after that, it's tomorrow's problem.
That is like the best advice ever, but I can only do it like 15 minutes at a time. I
Well,
can't
and
even
that's
think about the
fine.
whole day. Right. It could
And
be.
that's fine because you can only do what you can do right in this moment. And I think part of it for me was because I was suddenly a single mom at 24 years old with a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, and my son is on the spectrum. And so he's ADHD and I am ADHD, and then my daughter has ADHD. So, and we all have complex PSD from my ex. So when you factor that in, plus all of my health issues, what was I
Right.
going to do? Right? I couldn't fall apart. I had to go forward.
Yes.
And so that was, literally how I approached everything then. And I think I just got really good at doing it now. So yeah, I mean that routine. Look
Mhm.
forward. What can I do?
That's
I'm not going to
always
worry about the
been
things I can't.
your advice for me. Like, I'll be like, I'm so overwhelmed. I've got a million things to do. Blah, 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 blah. And you're like, you kind of have to delegate. You kind
Right.
of have to sit back, do what you can, and that's going to be okay. I've
Yeah.
always respected that. It's like a wisdom that my brain doesn't naturally possess. So I go into like a spiral and you always pull me out. It's like one of my favorite things about you. Like, we're going to focus on this right now. Gwen stepped away for a minute, so I'm going to share my favorite quotes and tell you guys about the movie and if I've ever fallen in love at first sight. So, my favorite quotes are everything I do is wrong. You think I don't know that? I've screwed up my entire existence, and everyone who's close to me gets screwed right along with me. I feel that in my soul. And so my second one was I told you not to park there. Some woman would say to her husband outside a movie theater or a flea market, and those words would move Jillian to tears. How wonderful to say whatever you wanted without having to go over it in your mind again and again to make certain it wouldn't set him off. Those were the two that hit me the hardest. Then my favorite last one was, but love was not about practice or preparation. It was pure chance. If you took your time with it, you ran the risk of having it evaporate before it had even begun. So um, I love the movie. I've loved the movie my whole life. I read the book. My best friend, my mom loved the movie, and we just all watched it every Halloween, and we had midnight margaritas, this whole thing. You guys know. And so my best friend had been there a couple of times with us. Well, one day we went to Half Price Bookstore. We were just bullshitting around, and she comes running to me, and she's like, "That's a book!" Like so happy. But it was a book before it was a movie, and I read it then. But like Melody said, I hadn't read it in a really long time, and rereading it was like going home. It was like, oh my God, I'm back where I was, it felt so good. And have I ever fallen in love at first sight? I can't say that it's love, but I have felt immediate remembrance, almost like Emily said, like I've known you before in a past life or whatever. There's something here that's unexplainable. When Melody is probably like, yeah, yeah, whatever. I don't believe in that stuff. But for me, it's like a knowing of something bigger or something. So Gwen's back. Hello. So Gwen, my question's for you. Do you have any favorite quote?
Um, so the one I wrote down is grief is all around, just invisible to most people.
Grief is a wave, so it's always coming and going. And it is invisible, and we all carry it with us all the time. Like, yeah. And then have you seen the movie?
Yes.
And what are your thoughts about the movie versus the book?
They both have good points, good parts to them. I wish the book would have had more about the I really missed that. I like that about the movie. I wish there was more about the aunts, more about the spells, more about the witchcraft, things like that. But the movie, on the other hand, I wish there was more. I wish they had put the children in their teenage years like they were, and we were learning about them growing up. The story was different. I liked the book better for that reason. I think that's what I missed the most.
I know you really related to Kylie. And so you got to know that character. Also, in my opinion, and I don't know if everybody else feels this way, the book isn't quite as dark as the movie. It doesn't really go into that deep darkness, and I think that was really poignant for you. You
Yes.
kind of got a little turned off by the darkness of the movie. Have you ever fallen in love at first sight?
Um, I think it was yes. I would say so. Well, I had known the person for via Facebook for many years. I
Who's
had
the
never met
person?
them. You, dumbass.
Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. You knew the person for
Uh,
12 years.
I knew I well okay I knew Billy for 12 years on Facebook. I used to send her Christmas cards snail mail. Me and my wife used to send her Christmas cards with pictures of my dog. We actually became friends because she liked my dog and I liked her dog. And we were just really good Facebook. We're like really close on Facebook. We never talked much. We commented on each other's stuff. And when we finally met, it was my world spun. It just upside down,
Um,
making me blush. Look at
we
that.
have we have a different take on that. But yeah, Gwen called her best friend and said, "I'm going to marry this woman." I called my best friend and basically said, "I don't know what the hell just happened. I was going there to comfort her about her dead dog, and she kissed me, and all hell has broken loose." We had totally different reactions. And then my question for you is, the quote is, Buddy had taken to Jillian in a major way. He thumped his leg the way rabbits in love always do. He paid no attention to her frown or the fact that she waved her hands at him to shoo him away like he was a cat. He trailed behind her into the living room. When Jillian stopped, Buddy sat down on the rug and looked up at her. Has an animal ever taken to you in that way? And what did it feel like it from your side?
So, when the first time I came down to Columbus to spend the weekend with Billy, she warned me that Penny Lane hated everyone, was never liked a soul, and was not gonna like me. Would be lucky if it didn't, would be lucky if it was just growling at me. And that don't expect anything. Penny Lane met me at the door. Sat with me immediately, slept between my legs the first night, and never left my side again. I got kind of ill when I left, and I told Billy she's getting ill because she misses me. As soon as I moved in, didn't have any of that problem ever again. Followed me everywhere I went, 24/7, up my ass constantly. Um, for the rest of her life, I not a second away from her.
I would like to say this is some low key bullshit. I raised this dog from birth to 15. Okay. I was her person. We went through hell together, right? Immediately upon meeting Gwen, just completely abandons me. Funny story though. Um, Delilah has been having some health issues. She's got some really bad allergies and hasn't been feeling very good or whatever. And she hasn't been real lovey-dovey with Gwen and I in a while because she hasn't been feeling so good. Well, Laura came to my house to pick me up one day, and Delilah ran out the front door to go greet her, runs past her, goes to the mailman. Laura runs down the street after her, saves her from the mailman. And now Delilah is like, goes ballistic and thinks Laura's her girlfriend, her life savior. And if Laura's in the house, just carry her everywhere. Won't let her put her down, constantly crying for it. It's so funny. Dogs pick their people. It's just weird because Penny was like that with me when Gwen stumbled in and became a brand new dog. So it's just weird that happens. So let's go ahead and we'll start back with. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I muted it for a minute. Am I good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. I have another quote and question for you. Um, are you there, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure we weren't off screaming at kids or anything. That's always good to know. Okay. So the quote is, although she'd never believe it, those lines in Jillian's face are the most beautiful part about her. They reveal what she's gone through and what she survived and exactly who she is deep inside. How do you feel about growing older? Are you going to embrace fine lines and gray hair, or are you going to rage against the dying light and dye your hair and get Botox or whatever it is that makes you feel younger?
I have no problem with growing old. I think it's a privilege. It's not something I ever expected to be able to do. I really never expected that I would make it to this point. And so gray hair, woohoo! Lines in my face, woohoo! That's fine. The more, the better. The longer I make it, that's cool. I think it's beautiful in other people too. I love women with gray hair. I think gray hair is gorgeous. I think wrinkles are gorgeous.
You
I
guys want
have
to know a secret?
Go
When
ahead.
developing feelings for somebody with all gray hair.
Billy, do you have to do this?
She has
Oh.
that big of a thing for gray hair. Okay, so we're going to start back now with Tara. And I'm going to ask you this question. The lonelier you are, the more you pull away until humans seem an alien race with customs and a language you can't begin to understand. Have you ever self isolated for whatever reason to where you come back to yourself and everything and everyone feels unfamiliar?
Hmm. Um, I would say no because I'm always the person that's like trying to fix everything for everybody and like, okay, you're isolating. What's wrong? What's going on? How do I help you? How do we fix it? So I don't think I've ever even had time to like isolate and not
Really?
be there for other people. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I have, and I was expecting a yes from you. So I'm amazed by it. Every time you're in a meeting, I learn something new that it just makes me love you more. Um, it's hard not to do that. Like when you're hurting and you just pull away and like shut down. The fact that you keep pushing through it, I love it. I have a lot of
Yeah.
respect for it. I aspire to be that way, but not there yet. Stephanie, um, so my question, this isn't a good question for you because that won't apply. Let me go to a different one. Okay. Um, from the very start, Sally has been lying to herself, telling herself she can handle anything and she doesn't want to lie anymore. One more lie and she'll truly lose it. One more and she'll never find her way back through the woods she's created. Have you ever reached your breaking point and just decided I can't pretend anymore? I can't appease, I can't conform. I have to be free and let myself be real no matter what.
Well, I'm gonna be 39 in January, and I think I've finally reached that point where I'm just like, I you either take me or you leave it. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna care.
You really mean that because you have that deep people pleaser in you like
I
I do.
am. I am.
You
I
want to
so
not care.
want
You're
to not care.
you're trying to not care. I know. We work on this together. So I really wanted to dig deep. I'm like, do you really not care? Or are you trying not to care? I get it
Try
though.
not
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Um, Udi, Gary goes to a fortune teller at a magician's convention in Atlantic City and was once told that he would fall in love and it would be forever. And he laughed at the notion. But now he sees the reading was completely on target. Have you ever gotten a reading that came true?
No, I don't think so. Not
Really?
yet. Not yet.
If you ever want your cards done, you know I do this. We can FaceTime.
I'm down.
If
This
you ever
sounds like
want to
fun.
know anything, we can do that. Okay, Melody. Um, The aunts try to encourage Sally not to be so good. Goodness, in their opinion, was a virtue, but merely spinelessness and feel fear disguised as humility. The aunts believed there was more important things to worry about than dust bunnies under the bed, fallen leaves piling up on the porch, or homework. Are you the type of person that those things really matter to, or do you don't sweat the small stuff?
Oh, I don't sweat the small stuff.
No, I think
The
I had a feeling.
yeah, those little things, like my house might be dusty. If you don't like it, there's a million other places to look.
Yeah,
There are other
right?
things that I would rather do. There are books to read and walks to take. I,
Yeah,
if you care about it, then you do it.
right? Like I don't match my socks ever. And it drives everyone crazy. They're like, you got one white sock on, one rainbow sock on. Why is that? I'm like, life is too short for matching socks. I'm not matching them up and I'm not worrying about it. If they're clean, we're good to go.
As long as they're the same kind of sock,
You're
I
good.
don't want to wear two socks that feel different. That's just weird.
Oh, yeah. No, I can do that. I can just wing it. I just refuse to dig for matching socks. Although, let's give Gwen a shout out. She does try to find me matching socks every morning for work because she knows it's going to irritate my feet because at the end of the day, I'm going to be pissed off that one of my toes hurt. So she does do that for me. I won't spend time doing it, damn it. Nikki. So Jillian and Ben, they get married. It's a small ceremony at the town hall, and they didn't exchange wedding rings, but they kissed for so long at the counter in the Hall of Records that they were asked to leave. Would you prefer a true love in town hall like that, or to have your dream wedding, it not be that type of love?
Small one. So my husband and I's wedding, we actually planned a wedding in a week, and we had a courthouse
Didn't.
wedding. Yes, we
Shut
did.
up.
We did. We got engaged, and then we had to go to a funeral back in Pennsylvania. So I flew my goddaughter in from California, and I knew she wanted to be a part of my wedding when I had it. So we threw together a wedding in a week while she was in town.
No way. Oh my God, that's so freaking cool. I love it. I love it.
And it was the best thing ever. Like my family all joined in and helped me get everything around. I had my Harry Potter themed wedding.
No, you didn't.
I walked down the aisle to the Beauty and Beast theme song. Like it was perfect.
Okay, so small side note, hate J.K. Rowling for all the horrible things she does and says.
I do, but I'm such a it
However, I cannot
sucks.
let go. You guys, Potter is a part of my soul. I cannot seem to let it go. I'm working on it. It's a process. What is your house?
Ravenclaw.
Me too. Oh, I think I'm half Ravenclaw, half Slytherin, but we're going to indulge the Ravenclaw. We're going to keep the Slytherin on the down low. There's some real Bellatrix in here, but we keep her locked up. Okay. Laura, um, Sally can no longer think of love as reality or even a possibility, however remote. Have you ever been so heartbroken that you turned yourself off from love completely?
Yes. After my divorce, I took a 2-year break.
A whole 2 years.
Yep. No dating, no nothing. I just by myself.
Healed. Tried
Yep.
to.
Well, yeah, as best I could. Yep. Just me and Floki. That was it.
Well, Floki is a wonderful entertainer and a great companion. Despite what you
He's a
say,
pain in the ass, and he's a jerk.
I completely get it. But yeah, I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that. That takes a lot of self preservation and being able to be self comfort.
I had enough. I needed a break.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um, Karen, Um, some people can't be warned from disaster. You can try, you can put up every alert, but they'll still go their own way. Are you one of the people that dives headfirst into trouble, giving zero fucks, or are you one to take heed and listen?
I would probably be the first.
Mm, yeah.
I I'm not much of a planner on things.
Yeah, I get that from you. Because you're typically more introverted and a little more quiet in book club, I don't think we all get to see how wild you are inside. Like there's a little covert wild woman in there that we don't get to really, jump into. But yeah, I can see that in you a lot. And I think we
Oh, I
connect
could
in
tell
that
you
way.
some stories. I could definitely tell you some stories.
I love that. I love that. Jameson, the quote is Owen's women ignored convention. They were headstrong and willful and meant to be that way. I saved this particularly for you um, because I wanted to know because you are like that. Non-binary, but also ignore convention, headstrong and willful, and you stand by what you believe in, no matter what or who you're going to piss off. Have you always been that way, or did you evolve into that strength?
Honestly, I've always been stubborn. I've always um I'm sure if you ask my mother, she would agree with that.
Impressive.
She's
Uh-huh.
like, I've always been like stubborn and independent. Like, I'm going to do it myself. I don't need your help. I will do this. I will handle it. Um, no, yeah, I've always been like
Headstrong.
stubborn. She used to tell my mom used to, she's like, she used to tell me, you can't save everyone. Like, you can't save the whole world. And then, like, she always told me, you can't adopt every misfit that you come in contact. Like, it's just something I've always done. Like, I've always just, this is the right thing to do, or this is what
Mhm.
I feel passionate about. So I would be stubborn about it.
I think that's so endearing, the misfit comment, because I think one of the first things I ever said to you is I'm a broken toy. And that's like the misfit thing in Rudolph. And like we like instantly, connected. And so I can see that about you, but I also love like you had that post today on Facebook and I would have been so taken aback by somebody being so obnoxiously rude about weight related things that were none of their business. Um, you stood in your power.
Yeah.
You didn't shrink, you didn't puff up, you didn't go overboard, but you stood on business. And because I told you, I would have popped off. I would have been angry there. The way you handle things, so it has more of an impact and gets through to people. So I kind of just wondered, would this take time or have you always been this way?
I don't know. I'm not always the like, I think I've learned to pick my battles. Like, um, so I've always been stubborn, but like I used to fly off the handle pretty easily. And now it's kind of like, if you keep pushing the button, eventually I'm going to snap, but I will give you a lot of warning before I do. Like, you need to, you need to knock it off.
Yeah,
But once I'm done, I'm absolutely done forever. Like, that is, we're done.
yeah. Yes, I do know that. Yeah, that is definitely translated. Okay, Emily. The quote is, and I saved this for you.
Uh-oh.
So I would want it asked to me, and we relate in this way. So if you took all the trouble most girls got into as teenagers and boiled it down for 24 hours, you'd wind up with something the size of a Snickers candy bar. But if you melted down all the trouble Jillian Owens got herself into, not to mention all the trouble she caused other people, you'd have yourself a sticky mess as tall as the State House of Boston. In your life, in your Jillian streak, what would your melted down trouble size be?
Probably about hers, I'll be honest. Pushing things around, having to get in weird positions. Sorry. Um, yeah. I mean, I think people think I was worse than I was. And I just had that attitude of think whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
mean,
are forced
nothing
though.
I say, but the thing is nothing I say, true or not, is going to change your opinion.
It has mine.
Well, but think about it. If somebody thinks the worst about you,
This is
okay,
true.
they think the absolute worst about you, and other people also think that because for whatever reason they have it out for you, you're the person they're picking on, whatever the reasoning is. I can tell you it's not true. I can tell you the truth and I can say that's not true. But if somebody does not want to believe you, they're going to turn around and say, you're a liar. You lie about everything. Well, I don't lie. I'm actually a really horrible liar, which is weird because I'm a great actress, but I'm a horrible
It's
liar.
a Chisholm thing. I have a terrible time lying too. The honesty just wants to come out all the time.
Yes, you ask me a direct question, I absolutely have to answer it.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no getting around it. So I think that yes, there would be a big sticky mess that is a massive, massive, massive pile. But I think a lot of it is put on me, and I feel the same way. I think that's one of the reasons why I do identify both with Jillian and Sally,
Yeah.
is because I feel like a lot of it is put on Jillian, and because she knows these things about her, you can't help that people are attracted to you, and people have these assumptions, and people have these issues with you, and if you just kind of run with it, which in the movie we really see, right? In the movie we really see that Jillian's just like, oh yeah, hang on to your husbands, ladies. Woo!
Love
I'm
that
gonna
when she
steal
grabs her
it.
pelvis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
It's
love
just like,
that.
woo! I love that part too. I think it's hilarious because you also see that's not really who Jillian is.
No, it's her math.
Right, 100%. That's fine. I will be the fun, lively, outgoing, bubbly version of myself, but I am also very much an introvert, which is why last week I was like, I just do not have spoons. I don't. I had peopled all weekend. I went out with my church friends on Saturday and had like literally from 10 a.m. until like 6. And I was like, I love y'all and I'll miss you, but I do not have it in me
Uh,
to
what
do
is my
a
answer
group. So
always? Take care of you,
yep.
babe. Rest. Love you. See you
Exactly,
next week.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think that that's true, and I feel like it's the same thing for you, and for actually a lot of us probably, is our pile would be really big,
Yeah.
but a lot of it would not be necessarily true.
100% authentic. Yeah. I
Correct.
villainize myself because they're going to do it anyway. So,
Yeah.
the last question I have, and it's for Gwen. Um, so the quote is, part of our fascination with witches is that they are the only female mythic figures with power. These are women who don't need to be rescued by a prince or a king, but instead can save themselves, sometimes with the help of a sister. They are wise and fearless women of courage. In short, they are everything little girls wish to grow up to become, but don't know it. When you were a little girl, did you want to grow up to be a princess or a witch or anything like that? Like, what was your...
I wanted to be a prince. Um, honestly, I was when I was little, I told my mom that I thought I was a boy, and I gave her a list of reasons why. It wasn't until I was older that it became boy, girl, they, everything in between. So I've never had the inclination to be a princess though, or a witch or anything. No,
No, I would...
maybe a knight in shining armor.
Yeah, my
That's
first
about it.
family thought I was extremely abnormal. I did not want to be Sleeping Beauty. Of course, I took to Maleficent and wanted to be her, and my family was like, something's wrong with this little girl. So I've always wanted to be the most powerful witch in the room. So now I'm going to announce our next read, and I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a caveat. Gwen's book won by a landslide. It is Matthew Perry's Friends, Lovers, The Big Terrible Thing. What I want to talk about real quickly. Um, and I'm really glad that it got chosen. It's a hard book, especially since he's passed. But if you've ever had addiction, if you've ever known anybody with addiction, it is life changing. It is definitely worth reading. It's not an all easy read. It's funny a lot. He's funny. It's just hard because he's gone. So, I hope you take the journey with us, but understand if you can't. Does that make sense? So it's a safe space. If it feels unsafe to you, don't. I will say it healed parts of me with my mom's addiction. So I think it's worth reading. And the last thing is I'm going to announce where we're going to read to on the post and Facebook. Does anybody want to stay for after dark? And if you do, that's fine. I'll leave it going. Last week I completely closed out and everybody wanted to stay because I'm a freaking nut. We all know this, but if any of you guys want to stay, I'll leave it open. If not, I'll shut it down. So just give me a thumbs up if you want to stay. No, we're all good. Monday, tomorrow, we got shit to do. It's Thanksgiving week. Okay, groovy. I hope you guys join along, but if you don't, I love you. All my love and light. Have a good week. Happy reading. Bye.